In this video, I'm going to draw a diagram with the most relevant veins and arteries of our body. I'm going to start here in the right atrium. The right atrium receives the oxygenated blood from the body. When the right atrium contracts, it sends the blood to the right ventricle. The right ventricle contracts, sending the oxygenated blood to the pulmonary trunk. The pulmonary trunk transports blood to the lungs. It divides into two big arteries. The first one is the right pulmonary artery that transports blood to the right lung, and the second division of the pulmonary trunk is the left pulmonary artery that transports blood to the left lung. After being oxygenated, the blood must return to the heart. The blood from the right lung returns to the heart through the right pulmonary veins. There are two right pulmonary veins that ends up in the left ventricle. In a similar way, the blood from the left lung returns to the heart through the left pulmonary veins, and there are also two left pulmonary veins. The right and left pulmonary veins end up in the left atrium. When the left atrium contracts, it sends the oxygenated blood to the left ventricle. The left ventricle contracts, sending the blood to the aorta. That is the biggest artery of our body. The first division of the aorta is called brachiocephalic trunk. The brachiocephalic trunk divides into two important arteries. The first one is the right carotid artery. The right carotid artery irrigates the right part of the head. The second one is the right subclavian artery. The right subclavian artery irrigates the right arm. The second division of the aorta is the left subclavian carotid artery. The left carotid artery irrigates the left part of the head. The third division of the aorta is the left subclavian artery that irrigates the left arm. After these three divisions, the aorta turns down, crossing the thorax and the abdomen. There are several arteries that irrigate the thoracic and abdominal organs. I'm only going to write one line from the descending aorta to the abdominal organs to represent all these arteries. So this line that I'm going to draw here represents all the arteries that irrigate the abdominal organs. After crossing the abdomen, the aorta divides into two arteries that irrigate the legs. The first one is the left iliac artery that irrigates the left leg, and the second one is the right iliac artery that irrigates the right leg. Now the blood must return to the heart. The oxygenated blood from the left leg returns or is transported by the left iliac vein. The blood from the right leg is transported by the right iliac vein. The right iliac vein and the left iliac vein join, forming a bigger vein that is called inferior vena cava. The inferior vena cava ascends through the abdomen and through the thorax, receiving blood from abdominal and thoracic organs. I'm going to draw a line to represent all the veins that transport blood from the abdominal organs to the inferior vena cava. The inferior vena cava ends up in the heart. It ends up in the right atrium of the heart. Now we are going to analyze the upper part of the body. The blood from the right arm is transported by the right subclavian vein. The blood from the left from the head descends through the jugular vein, through the right jugular vein. The right jugular vein and the right subclavian vein join, forming a bigger vein that is called right brachiocephalic vein. In a similar way, the blood from the left arm is transported by the left subclavian vein. The blood from the left part of the head descends through the left jugular vein. The left jugular vein and the left subclavian vein join, forming the left brachiocephalic vein, and now the right brachiocephalic vein and the left brachiocephalic vein join, forming the superior vena cava. That is the vein that ends up in the heart. It ends up also in the right atrium, completing the circuit and completing the diagram.